There we go. Okay, yes, we are live. And this is the final race for the Tier 2 League, race week 12 for exact. We are coming for the first time here in Australia. So I'm very much looking forward to that, as this is our first time in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we've been here yet today, or this year, which was a big disappointment for Stat. But Jacko is going to be happy being another Australian in the Midwest F1 League, so something to look forward to for those two guys. But another thing that we're looking forward to here today is I'm being joined by Narniel, and he is our F2 championship. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, bud? Yeah, so you kind of brought yourself into the league, or more prominently in the F2, by being in the constructor championship, or in the Sauber. How much time did you have racing in the Sauber? Oh, and they say they can't hear you actually. Do, do you have your voice on, share? We'll just make sure. Thanks, Puppy Piglet. Thanks for the heads up. Sorry, that's not me. I should have reminded you there. Go into your share, and then should be an audio. But we're in our one-shot qualifying here, and we're just going to stick on the car of K-Dog. She's starting to kind of really get her bearings here. She has stepped into a wheel, or a better wheel now, and a couple of guys have been noticing that she's been getting a lot better pace in that wheel and being a lot more consistent. So she's looking to bring that consistency here today in Australia.
All right, you got me.
Yeah, I think you're good here. We'll just make sure.
Yep.
But yeah, we're in the middle of qualifying here. I mean, you've raced against quite a few of these guys. You know, Meeb and Mystic Joker and Elma Jacko. Between the three of those drivers, who do you think is going to take it here today in Australia?
Given that there's not really a lot of mistakes, I see Joker taking this one. I just think his overall pace is a little bit quicker than most of these guys here, and this track really just punishes you for any mistake you make, so as long as you're mistake-free, you will succeed here.
Oh yeah, I agree. We were kind of chatting a little bit prior too, and if he just doesn't make a mistake, it's so hard to overtake him here. But it seems like he must have lost some time somewhere, as Meeb and Jacko actually qualify ahead of him here, as they're in the front row with Mystic Joker going third, followed pretty closely by Yomir actually. But a little bit surprising, I gotta say. And then we have a couple of DNFs in Porkchop, ZGS, and Lord Zed. And actually, yeah, your teammate in Lord Zed there. Now, how much experience do you have on the Australian track?
Ooh, this is actually one of my weaker tracks. I really don't enjoy this track.
Yeah, no. What's your most disliked sector?
My most disliked sector's probably got to be Sector 3. Just, I don't think it flows very well going from, you know, pretty much wide open chicane into some medium corners, then to pretty much a chicane. It just doesn't fit well for this track. However, Sector 1, I will have to say, is awesome on this place.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I mean, looking at the track map right now, it's just the Sectors 3, like DRS zone is just so short too. It's hard to like really make up the ground through the chicane of 11, 12.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to keep our eye on that area there, as that's like a pretty heavy area to spin out.
Oh
too.
yeah.
I mean, I've done it quite a few times myself. Not gonna lie.
You do one thing wrong there, you're in that inside tire barrier.
Oh, 100%. it's kind of a very tough track for passing opportunities. I mean,
Hmm.
you really gotta time it well out of the final turn, and then hope you can get it either into turn one or kind of get it into turn three.
Yeah, turn one. Really, I mean, you're going to see a lot of attempts. I don't think you're going to see much completed passes, but once we get into turn three and four, those passes should be completed.
Yeah, and then even turn six and then nine. Looking at the map here, nine is a big one as well. If you can gain some real
Yeah.
pace from turn six and seven, you can really make a good move onto nine. But I mean, it's tight. It's honestly it's a fun track. It's not the worst, but it's just not a track that opens up a lot of passing opportunities.
Hmm.
You really got to be perfect to kind of get that opportunity, I guess. But we are
Oh,
about to
here we
go
go.
green here as we got Meeb and Eldon Jacko up in the front. We'll have to see if Mystic Joker can make a move in the first turn here as we go
Here we go.
live here.
Oh,
And whoa, someone's already
whoa,
into
he's in the
the wall.
barrier there.
Like, random
I think that is
series.
random.
Jacko and Meeb are going wheel to wheel. Meeb actually
Oh,
pinches him out, and Jacko still slots him two. Yolmir is actually trying to make a run here on Joker.
oh,
Oh, and
leaders make
Jacko.
contact. Oh, three wide there, and that's going to put Yol in the lead. That was hairy.
For sure, that was. Looks like Meeb got into it with Jacko and then spun it and then kind of smacked into Mystic Joker a little bit there, and
And
Yolmir
with a
had the
safety
inside
car.
line. Oh, full on safety car.
Oh, B-Man and Super Ninjas out here. Massive hit there. One of those guys caught air in turn
Oh,
six.
I didn't catch that. Wow. But yeah, like you said, a safety car right out of the gates here.
What a start, though. Yo getting the lead from, I believe, fourth on the grid.
Yeah.
As Joker dives into the pits, as well as Jacko.
Oh wow, it's about half the field is actually in the pits. Been on with Super Ninas here, majority of the safety car, and he's also into the pits as well. And I imagine V-Man is going to.
Yeah.
Yes, he will.
Big double stack going on at Alfa Romeo. Gosh, I did not know that this many people made contact. A lot of wings being replaced in the pits.
Yeah, for sure, right off the hop. I mean, we got Lord Zed actually up 11 places just because of all those pit stops needed from those drivers, from 9th all the way down to 18th. And all the drivers up on who just didn't pit are just making up massive positions here, especially with Yolmir taking over the lead in this race. Oh, I know. And we've got something really big planned for the Midwest F1 League. And the Christmas, I think it's the New Year's break that we're taking. And I'm not sure if Pork Chops has given me the go-ahead to release that information, but I'm absolutely amped that we're doing this. And it just, I mean, I can tease the name of it and just let the imagination take away, but it's something that I kind of came up with, and Pork Chops has said that other leagues have done sort of a racing situation like it. But we're gonna be doing something called the Midwest Madness on the Wednesday before New Year's Eve. So I mean, I guess New Year's Eve. but I'll get a little bit more information released when I'm allowed to. But I mean, I'm extremely excited for that. That's gonna be an absolutely crazy situation, and I mean, you guys don't know what I'm talking about really, but you'll be very excited once we fully release it. Oh, it seems Ninas is lagged out. And then also we have next week we are hosting a quad league battle on the 3rd. Oh shoot, I should know this. Okay, yes, December 3rd with Zenith Racing, Zenith Online Racing, JK Esports, All Stars Racing, and ISRL. So, a couple of our... now, do you race in any other leagues?
Not really. I did race in JK Esport in France, and that's pretty much it for 2020.
Okay. So how long have you been racing in leagues for, actually?
Well, I've been racing in leagues for quite a while. I started in around early 2018 on NASCAR games, actually, and I moved to F1 games with 2019.
So how many do they have in the NASCAR league?
There's a ton. You can find them pretty much anywhere.
No, I'm saying how many drivers do they have for the league in one race?
I mean, there's a lot of different leagues, and they'll range anywhere from 8 to 10 to bigger lobbies with maybe 30.
Oh wow, really?
As we get the restart here.
We do go green, and it seemed that Mystic or Helmut Jacko hit the back of Meeb, and Meeb got a little bit of a penalty there. Can you send an invite to Super Ninas? He's asking. But we got Mystic already going on the inside line for ZGS, and so does Meeb, and Meeb taps the back of Mystic Joker here. Oh, it's Mystic. Oh, this got some cold tires, and he nearly loses it. And then Meeb once again taps the back of him. We've got some more penalties down the way as Random Series and Super Ninas got into it there. But it looks like the tier went off and is now going to be overtaken by Mystic Joker. As Meeb's trying...
Ooh, big lockup. Oh, wow.
Now Meeb can't let Mystic Joker...
sold this out.
Meeb can't let Mystic Joker get too far ahead here, as he's on the medium tire compound, so he's going to want to... And Mystic being on the hard, so he's going to have to really kind of make these early laps worth it. Oh, and there he goes. He's gone off.
Ooh.
That's
very lucky to not. Indeed, this is a reset.
That sucks. I think you. I don't know what to say. That just sucks. I think he was really just trying to over push there and got a little too heavy on the throttle coming out of that turn.
However, I will say he is pretty lucky to not break anything there other than his wing.
For sure. Oh, we got Bloxham actually going wide and hitting the wall as well, which is a weird sight seeing Bloxham in a Haas. Lord Zed actually gets an overtake done, and Yolmir has created a 2-second gap between him and OG Northerner.
Jacko picks up the penalty.
So now this is kind of Mystic Joker's race to lose now. 100%. I mean, he's gonna be able to keep that gap. He's just gotta just make sure. Oh, as we lose C Barry, as there we see.
Oh, Looks like he spun at a 12 there.
I think it's just a virtual safety car here. You see Barry's right in the middle of the track.
Looks like he's off the track, so we should be getting the green rather shortly. As OG Northerner gets a drive-through penalty for speeding.
As does Yolmir.
This really helps Joker more than anybody here.
Got a couple more penalties dished out here. Now OG's brought it right on the back of Yolmir. When do
Zed gets around the K-Dog on the outside there.
At what point do you decide to take your drive-through penalty? Do you do it right now, or do you try and overtake Yolmir and then do it?
Honestly, I would just, I'd do it as soon as possible, because you're just going to waste time trying to pass somebody. You're going to take lap times off of yourself, and it's just going to hurt you in the long run.
Okay, so now
Yolmir
comes in here. Now, is this a good choice by OG to stay out?
I mean, as long as he can build a gap, and he's good. However, if Scabney starts catching him, you might want to think about pitting.
For sure. Now who's that pit? That's Tier the Tier.
Joker and blocks him side by side in 3 and 4. Oh, we make a little bit of contact. No harm, no foul there.
Blocks him getting right onto the dirt there, trying to open up that racing line as much as he can. That Monkey Mafia lost quite a few places there. He might have gone on. But now you see Bloxham's actually gained himself within a second on K-Dog now.
Looks like K-Dog went a little bit wide there on the exit of 13.
Now, we're going to kind of see K-Dog get put to the test here and see what she can do.
Ooh, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. As it's Random Sirius is spun. In the exit of turn 15 there.
K-Dog's under pressure here. She goes for the clean racing line and Bloxham gets a little touch on her. She's able to hold off Mystic Joker here. Tries to go back to the inside of turn 4, but Bloxham closes the door. Now she's going to be in real tough here to hold off Mystic Joker. She's got 7-lap old soft, so those things are really starting to wear out now. So she's probably going to come out of the mediums pretty quick. I'd imagine this lap, if anything.
Most definitely. A little bit wide. And a yellow flag in sector 2. Quite sure.
And Mystic does get that overtake done and now into 3rd place.
As the leader comes into the pit.
K-Dog, she actually opts to stay out for one more lap. But now you look, Mystic Joker, the only person that needs to pit that's in front of him is a guy who he's within a second on, so there's not much left for whole battle here, as the next closest person would be El Majaco, but he's 2 seconds back and has 5 seconds.
Oh, and there's been a further tier out in the final corner into the grass. Bloxon got into the wall there.
You can really see the difference of how much that that drive-through penalty hurt OG Northerner, as he's all the way down in 14th, and Scab, who he was initially ahead of, is all the way up in the 7th. So he's going to be kicking himself, having to serve that. And now we do see Bloxman in the pit.
This right here, given no safety car or anything. Almost like a guarantee for the win.
That's Super Ninas that just went off after turn 12.
Dangerous spot on the track to spin.
Able to get out of the way. Now you see me going on the inside line of Money Matt and gets the move done. Now is into 15th place.
Around third tier here. Oh, I think Money Matt. What happened there?
Yeah, he lost out some serious positions there, and he does opt into the pit, so he must have spun out and lost him to the wall somewhere. This is now his second pit stop of the race, throwing on some fresh set of softs. Now we still have a huge battle for Constructor Championship here, as Haas and McLaren are only separated by 1 point. You can see there's a McLaren in 4th and a McLaren in 14th, and then there's 2 Haas's in 8 and 9. Look at that.
As long as Haas can stay near where they are right now, this should get them the Constructors' Championship.
It might come down to the...
Oh, actually.
Because Scabney will probably jump up into 3rd if he's just able to stay close to Random Series, as Random Series has a penalty. So if he finishes...
If McLaren can get a podium, that actually might get the advantage here.
Yeah, and Meeb's making some real ground here. So a 3rd and a 14th.
And you got Lord Zed right behind these two.
Yeah, so... Oh, and Bloxman actually loses position, as does Monkey Mafia. Monkey spinning out, so that's going to really hurt the Haas here, as he's in a really awkward spot.
He had a collision with K-Dog. I assume they were battling for position, and Mafia got spun there.
So now McLaren's going to easily overtake, because Meeb's up into 12th, so he's gaining some real points now. And Scabby, like I said, is still trying to overtake Random Serious. Random having the penalty, should be able to do it.
Yeah, and if you look at the age of those tires, it's 10 laps to 3 laps here. It's really should be a no contest here.
He's got a really good run on him down the pit straight here, and he's got the overtake done. Random Series tries to stick it around the outside, but now he's got 4th place in jeopardy, as Lord Zed has DRS, has the inside line as well, and is going to get the overtake done. So in 3 corners, Random Series loses 2 positions. Getting an overtake done on OG Northerner, as he overtook him just after turn 2 there. And he's got some pretty old softs actually. I'm now trying to catch K-Dog. Keep going on the outside line and out-braking K-Dog, and we'll take 10th place as well. So getting a couple quick positions there. Now find themselves all the way up in 10th. Only a couple laps to go. I think 10th is probably going to be where he's going to sit.
As the fight for third is still on here, Lord Zed gaining with the DRS, not quite enough there.
Yeah,
have another go at him.
You kind of got to plan your attack here. I find you have to really either try and just commit to a lunge into turn one.
And OG Northerner's spun.
Oh, he's going down the order.
Disastrous race for OG there. Got a feel for him here. Running up front, and does he have a... Looks like he had a puncture for a minute.
Now OG was actually the winner of the first race at the Turkey Bash. Oh. Beeb has actually really made up ground on Pork Chops. His Pork Chops making a little bit of mistakes there.
Monkey Mafia messes up out of 23 here. Might not be able to get him in turn one. Let's see what Lord Zed can do in the turn three. Looks like Super Ninus has spun again. As having a difficulty turning around there. And he spun it again.
Just can't get it figured out. But Monkey Mafia is actually into the pits. Superman seems to be parked off in a really awkward spot.
Oh, he spun 3 times in that last corner there.
But now we're on to our last lap here as Mr. Joker's got himself a nice cushy gap of 5 seconds between him and Elma Jacko, and Jacko also having a penalty. He's got an even bigger gap. Lord Zed thinking about turn one, opts out. He's going to try and get a good line on Scabney in turn 3.
He might be able to get him here.
It's going to be close. He's really going to have to send it. I think he's going to go for it. He does.
Yeah,
Sends it to the inside. Scabney does give him room. That was very clean from both drivers there.
That right there is the frustrating part about this place. You can get that move set, but then you come into the switchback type of corner and you're immediately right back where you were.
Oh, what happened? Elma Jacko actually overtook Mr. Joker. Mr. Joker must have lost it. But unfortunately, that 3 second gap is still gonna help out Mystic, as he had a very large gap. Now he's a second back of Elma Jacko, so Elma Jacko is going to come over the line first. Oh, that gap is growing.
Oh, he messed up into the last corner there. Oh, is this going to...
Oh, well, I'll be. Elma Jacko is going to come over the line with the win.
Well, that was unexpected.
Extremely. Scabney's going to come over third. The Scabney's kind of found some really solid form in latter stages of the season. Random Series looking to come over 5th and will get it by 1/10 of a second on Yulmir, who comes over 6th. Monkey Mafia and Super Ninas and Money Mac coming 15, 16, and 17. ZGS in 7th. Mead making up a lot of places into 8th. Blocks in 9th. Pork Chops looking at 10th. And K-Dog, she'll come over in 11th. And F-Man is most likely going to drop in behind Tier the Tier, as Tier the Tier has no penalties and F-Man has quite a few. Man, I really want to know what happened with Mystic Joker there.
I didn't see it, but I would assume that he spun in the turn 12 chicane there. What a shame there.
For sure.
He had, what, a 13-second gap?
He had a 5-second plus the 3-second penalty that El Majacco had, so it was 8 seconds in total.
Or, yeah, 8 seconds.
Huh. Well, maybe we'll get an answer from here, but I'm not sure what happened there. Joker let him through. I have no idea what. Well, we'll have to see here. But as it finishes, Majacco comes home with the win in Australia, his home Grand Prix. Mystic coming second. Scavney getting another podium for the McLaren, which is going to help up their championship fight. Lord Zed coming 4th. Random Series 5th. Yulmir 6th. ZGS 7th. Meeb 8th. Blocks 9th. Pork Chops 10th. K-Dog 11th. Tier the Tier 12th. F-Man 13th. OG Northerner 14th. Monkey Mafia, Super Ninas, Money Matt, and C. Barry finishing a lap down. Actually, C. Barry being the only DNF in this race. So he's going to have pole position when we get into the scraps race here.
Oh boy. The scraps race, I mean, given what we've seen in the first race, I can only imagine that this race is going to be just as hectic, if not more.
Oh, for sure. Like, it's I mean, you can love it or you can hate it, because it brings chaos, which is fun. But I mean, if you're the driver that's involved and you're on the unfortunate side of the chaos, then it sucks. But like,
and
I mean,
you gotta think, it's really hard to sweep in this series, because if you win the first race, you're starting dead last in the second race.
Yeah, exactly that. I think we've only had one double win, if I'm mistaken. We've had quite a few double podiums, but yeah, that's about it. I'm not sure if we're gonna get one today. It's up to Jacko here to see if he can get the double win. But Mystic is very capable of getting a double podium here, so we'll have to see him if he's able to do it. I feel like we've gotten a double win in F2.
Yes, we have. We've gotten
Jacko
to do it in Yes Marina, and then I think Zed did it somewhere. I'm not sure.
I know he's had some double podiums. Zed that being. But kind of going, you guys had a crazy podium streak this year in F2. Like, I'm not sure how aware of it you were, but there was a Sauber Junior driver finishing on the podium in all but like 3 races, and that being the sprint and feature.
Yeah, let me look actually. Zed was on the podium in Mexico. I was on the podium in, or Zed and me were on the podium in Britain, Italy, yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, there's been a Sauber on the podium in every single race of F2, actually.
Sorry, what was that?
Every single race, now that I look at it, had a Sauber on the podium.
Yeah, and at least one of the races, you guys had at least a Sauber on the podium. So you guys, like, dominated.
I was actually not aware of that.
Oh yeah, man. I was constantly in my notes for the races. Yeah. You and Lord Zed were just on another level in that. I mean, you guys finished 1 and 3 in just the Drivers' Championship alone.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even expect me to be in the top 3 or even 5.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, take it. You got to come back and defend your championship this next season, and you did make it very clear that you want to stick with Lord Zed. So there's going to have to be some sort of team that's going to try and knock you guys off, and then you're going to go with the Sauber Junior team once again, correct?
Yes, that is the plan.
Nice, good stuff. Good stuff. But you want to try and take away this this opening start here? You think you got it in you?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Okay. I'll lean back.
We wait. As here we go. The lights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And here we go. We're racing once again in Australia. Good start from top 2. Barry actually gets a pretty good start in the turn 1. Oh, there's been a massive accident in turn 1. Lord Zed pork chops and blocks them all up in it, and Random Sirius is also spun around. That's gonna hurt some people in the points right there.
Jacko getting an early penalty, so that's gonna make it a lot harder for him.
He did just complete the pass on Mead right there, though. Really tough place to do that.
That's quite the battle here. So you got Jacko, Meeb, and Mystic. 8, 9, 10.
Move side by side into a chicane, sort this out, guys.
Yeah, and then Yolmir's in front of him. He's no slouch either.
Yeah, Yolmir. Ooh, sector 3 yellow flag. OG Northerner was wide.
It was actually Zedgy, yes, he lost it after the chicane. Meeb going on the inside of Tier the Tier, and they touch and Meeb spins.
Not what Meeb wanted or needed.
No, not at all. That's gonna hurt.
2 bad races in a row here.
And
he's actually retired.
He's retired into the pits. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. He was trying to make a move on Tier the Tier, and didn't look like the room was left open for him.
And Super News either left or lagged out. I assume lagged out.
Ooh, OG picks up a penalty, and Monkey Mafia goes around the outside and completely loses his braking point and goes off track now. OG's trying to get a move done on Money Matt. Oh, and OG misses his braking point and goes way off.
Ooh, he's still fighting that thing, and
nearly gets a piece of Jacko as he goes by, and now Feeman's going to send it on the inside of his teammate Money Matt, but Money didn't open up the door.
Oh, and he does spin and into the inside wall. That's going to be a DNF.
Not the Australian Grand Prix that OG Northern was hoping to end this season off, but now we're looking at Fee-Man and Money Matt in a battle for second here as C. Barry has really opened up a gap between him and
Fee-Man and Money Matt.
Oh! Fee-Man sends it to the inside and is now in the wall. And now it's going to be El Majaco to try and overtake Money Matt here as he's not making it easy on anyone.
This race is taking names, I tell you what.
Oh, and Money Matt.
Another spins Jacko.
Money Matt gets right into the side of Jacko and then gets T-boned. The Monkey Mafia is DNF'd as well. As we've got 5 just in this 3 laps here. Mystic sending it around the outside of Money Matt. Money Matt trying to block off Jacko.
I don't think a lot of drivers are going to be happy with these moves here.
No, but Scabney actually got a really nice move done on Yolmir going around the outside there into turn 9.
I did think that.
Money Matt picking up a penalty here.
Somebody else has spun. Oh my goodness, somebody's flipped. Money Matt is dead.
Okay.
Oh my god! What the? Okay. Money Matt is dead.
Yeah, Money Matt's character is just he's up in.
Oh my.
Oh. Wow. Yeah.
That's almost half the field in 4 laps.
Oh god. Okay, we have 2 full laps left here. Steve Barry has opened up a 7-second gap between him and Mystic Joker. He should be able to hold on to this one. Elma Jacko is more now trying to hold off Scabney here. Scabney's like got himself set up for a double podium here.
Yes, he does.
Now I'm not sure what that penalty is. So it's 3 seconds to Elma Jacko. Elma Jacko and Mystic have both made up 15 seconds, or 15 places. As it's such an empty Australian Grand Prix now with only 11 cars left, and Fee-Man picks up a penalty. But it's been a race of survival here.
Yeah, I don't think these guys are haven't shaken off the turkey bash.
No,
What?
I don't think so either.
Oh my goodness.
Bloxham gets a move done on ZGS, having to cut the corner a little bit to make it stick. But Mystic has thrown up a cracker of a lap time there. ZGS is actually looking to come back at Bloxham here.
Ooh, blocks him. It's the wall.
Yeah, Bloxham going wide, hits the wall, and now K-Dog is able to overtake because she's got DRS. Now she's looking at 8th place as well. Scabney's just got to stay within 3 seconds of Jacko to get another podium here, for him to get a double podium in the McLaren. But I think the Constructor Championship is settled. We're going to see McLaren take the Constructor. Elma Jacko has already solidified the Drivers' Championship and his place moving up into Tier 1. Along with Meeb, ZGS actually has a chance to overtake and move up into the 4 drivers that's moving into Tier 1.
And C. Barry takes the win.
Just barely, oh my god.
Yeah,
and there you go.
Mystic Joker had a really big run coming out of the final corner. Thought he would get it, but not quite enough there.
Honestly, I wasn't even paying attention to that battle because I saw the gap so far between the drivers just last lap, but I didn't even know that Mystic brought it so close at the end there. It's just 0.08 of a second difference between him and C. Barry. Seabury will take the win. I think that being his first win in the Midwest F1 League. Coming in the scraps race of Tier 2.
Yeah, Seabury, he's one of those guys that have shown speed, just don't necessarily have the luck.
Yeah, true. He finds himself kind of getting unlucky and crashing from time to time. You can say the same about Bloxham as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Super Ninas, that car that hit, who was that? Who was the car that was crashed out there? It was Money Matt. So Super Ninas, that was actually his AI that smashed the car of Money Matt. It wasn't even him. He lagged out of the section and didn't get back in, and then his AI went rogue. But maybe I'm gonna message Jacko here, as he's still yet to choose his teammate for Tier 1, and maybe we can get him live. But as it finished, Seabury comes over with the win, Mystic doing a double podium, as does Scavney. El Majacco going 4th, and I'm trying to get him on to see if he'll announce his teammate for Tier 1 here. Hopefully he can. Girther Tier in 5th, Yolmir 6th, Random Series 7th, ZGS 8th, K-Dog in 9th, MX Bloxham in 10th, V-Man 11th, and that's all the drivers I was able to finish today. We got some DNFs as Super Ninas, his AI absolutely sent it into Money Matt in the Renault. Monkey Mafia retired in pits. OG Northerner crashed into a wall. Me retired in a pit as well from being unlucky with a little bit of a collision.
And then Zed and Pork Chops, they DNF first corner. Not entirely sure what happened there, just saw the end of it there.
Where did Yolmir finish in that second race?
I believe he got 5th or 6th.
And then the first race, he finished around 5th as well, right?
I believe so. I thought anywhere from 5th to 7th, and he was around that area.
Okay, so Jacko's gonna wait until he hears the last couple of drivers that come up, as he's the next driver to pick for Tier 1. So unfortunately today there won't be Jacko's final decision, as he's got to wait on the final standings on the drivers to come up. But I guess that's it for us today. I mean, that's all she wrote here in season 1 for the Midwest F1 League. At what point did you join up with us?
I joined probably a few days before the F2 preseason race at France, and I couldn't make the first race, but I've been racing since Silverstone of F2.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I mean, I've been here since not day one. I've been here since the day before day 1. As I don't know if you know or heard when Stat and I literally kind of signed up to be the announcers the day before we went live for our very first race.
Mm-hmm.
Just run the math. Well, there could be Pork Chops is telling me to run the math on the championship. Now, I don't want to speculate here, Clogmonger or Pork Chops, but he was asking about Yolmir and if Yolmir's coming up. So dot dot dot. You wouldn't be asking about it if he wasn't wanting to pick him if he's coming up. So we'll have to see. He might be on his way, but hopefully we can get you up into tier 1 here, Narniel. I know you got some real pace and you can hang with the big boys, but unfortunately it won't be season 2. It might be season 3 for you.
Yeah, we'll just have to see here.
Hopefully, but do you have any more last remarks to say goodbye for season 1?
Oh, I just want to thank everybody for the opportunity to both drive and then today to commentate. It was a really fun season, and I really look forward to coming back.
Yeah, by all means. I think we're still, the way it's going to work for next season is that this tier 2 is going to be dropped into the Thursday spot as well, and is going to run the same time as tier 1, as we were kind of having a little bit of problems from guys moving from Friday to Thursday for racing, like such as yourself as well, actually.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're just trying to make Thursday our big day, and then Friday is actually going to be turned into a multiplayer league, all with kind of different teams created by, I'm not sure if Stat's doing it or if the drivers are doing it, but that's going to be kind of a different take on a team situation there. So
yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that's all Stat. I have no idea what he's doing with that, but I mean, he's I don't know, he's funny. You know, he's got his ways. Sounds like Meeb isn't able to race D1. Ooh. Dun dun dun. But I guess that's it for us here today. Thank you very much for tuning in for Season 1 of the Midwest F1 League. Like I said, we'll be back December 3rd in our multi-team battle. So be sure to tune into that. Check us up on all of our social media outlets, with that being Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, and even here on Twitch. So check us out at all those platforms. We very much appreciate the follow and all the likes and whatnot. If you are into screw those guys. If you're into Rogue Energy, be sure to use MidWest for your product code to give a little bit back to us, and you can actually save 10%, so be sure to do that. Other than that, that's it for our Friday here. I mean, yeah. Anything left there, Narniel, or are you good, bud?
No, I'm good. I just thank everybody for tuning in. That was insane.
Yeah, it kind of gets a little chaotic every now and then. Today was one of the more chaotic days, but yeah, it is what it is, and that's it for us. And you have a good rest of your Friday, and have a good rest of your weekend. We'll be seeing you all very soon, actually next week, so be sure to tune in there. Good night from us.